you be nice, gentle, and not press any buttons.
This is going to be a test, isn't it, Hubie?
So this is Lockdown Diaries Day 4, and you are in Cabra. Helen and Hugh.
Can you say hi, Hugh? Hiya, good boy.
And Kieran. And I don't know, I suppose today has been alright so far.
Much like the last days, really. We had a nice scamper in the morning in the garden, and the weather was lovely, so put the washing out and the boys had a lovely time. We're lucky that we have quite a structured life because we have twins, 2 were twins, so we have lived a life of routine, certainly for the last 2 and a bit years, and we're trying to keep as much
routine.
We're trying to keep as much routine as we possibly can. That was Hugh just pressing stop with his tracker. And then we seem to be having, it happened with the Beast in the East, we tend to be having our main meal at lunchtime. And then my mum and I took the boys out. We went off to Portmarnock Beach, which would be lovely in the summer, but was a bit windy and a bit cold and a bit far to walk from the car park. Maybe I found the wrong car park, but the boys were great. We had a nice time and we had a cup of tea and some banana bread on the beach.
Banana bread?
How many pieces of banana bread did you have on the beach? How many pieces?
3. You say 3?
Did you have 3?
3.
3. Good boy. And then we're just back. I've just had a work laptop delivered so that I can work from home as of Monday when I'm back at work. I'm on holiday for the next week. So yeah, but I mean now the European Commission is suggesting that there'll be an EU travel ban. Mum's meant to be flying back from us on Wednesday and then coming back on the 11th of April
For Easter.
For Easter, my 40th birthday. So she feels she wants to go home, because at least she's got her own space and things at home. My dad died very suddenly and unexpectedly at the end of November, so we're still very much kind of in that bereaved state and trying to function every day really, and obviously want to be as close to my mum as we can be, but she does live in a different country.
We were just getting back on our feet.
And then this happened. So, Mum was saying, well, maybe there won't be any airlines operating for me to fly back on the 11th of April, and I mean, it's unrealistic for her to just stay with us indefinitely because she hasn't got enough clothes.
Really suitcase.
We don't necessarily have enough space. For all of us, I'll have to work from home come Monday, so the question of if Mum's in the spare room, am I able to work from home, blah 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 blah. So, but also our thoughts are with everybody who has been far more affected really than we've been. We don't have childcare. Kieran looks after Thomas and Hugh full time, so our routine hasn't necessarily changed. But our wedding photographer, for example, we got married how many years ago? 2016. End of 2016. Our wedding photographer, I follow her on Instagram. She's great. Obviously, her entire livelihood has just fallen through the floor, and she's offering 40% off for albums and prints and this and that. And I kind of feel that we should support her. A lot of my friends are musicians, self-employed musicians, and obviously that's just completely dried up. I was doing a gig with a number of my friends at the end of April at the National Concert Hall, and for me it's a nice added extra. It's lovely to just get to sing actually some Elgar, but it's been cancelled, and I know a number of people were probably relying on that as part of their planned income for this year. So we're very very aware of actually how it's affecting people that we know financially, and also affecting people that we know who are healthcare workers, and who are potentially unwell as well.
There's a friend of mine, and she's a doctor, and she's coming in from Greystones to work in the city centre, and of course she has to take the dart, and she could quite easily be picking it up, having it with symptoms, and spreading it to hundreds of people on the dirt. Thank you. And she needs to have parking somewhere. So I went on Twitter today hammering like Q Park and Park Right and different parking places that they should, because all of the restaurants that are probably going to be closing there were offering free meals to healthcare workers, but really, presumably they can buy their own lunch, but what they actually need are probably things like transport. How can they get transport into where they're working?
Or free parking.
Free parking.
You know, all these businesses that are now, you know, everybody's working from home. Surely there are businesses in the central Dublin, central Galway, central Cork, you know,
that can give up their parking spaces.
that can, you know, just offer their car parking spaces, which are already paid for, because their staff aren't using them. You know, the big four, KPMG, you know, just on Stephen's Green there, they have, on-site parking, and that could be absolutely vital to, nurses, cleaners, doctors, surgeons, catering staff. You know, there's a whole array of individuals that keep the health service running. And if there's anything that anybody can do, then I think we should really pull out all the stops, including parking. You know.
Yeah. And like the thing is, we're sort of, I suppose most people are kind of, or an awful lot of people are trying to like self-isolate like we are. But I found something there on Twitter yesterday. Somebody's created this massive network of helpers. So it's called, if you go to www.randall.ie, so that's RNDALLIE/help, and you could register there if you are capable of delivering groceries or doing, errands for people who are self-isolating and can't get out. And also, if you need help, you can register there as well. I mean, you have to have broadband connection for to be able to get the thing to work, but it is very useful and fair play to the implementers and the people behind it. So that's randall.ie/help. We're on it, but haven't had any requests yet. But you kind of, I think, if you're in a situation like this where you feel helpless, the thing that sort of gets you over if you try and help other people in whatever way you can. That's just a situation that we're in.
I saw something really interesting today. I suppose I've defined that we are socially distancing ourselves at the moment. We're not officially isolating. But actually, the problem about social isolation is actually, you're cutting yourself off and you're lonely and you're not interacting with everybody else. But actually, friendships don't end, relationships don't end. I'm going to have a FaceTime gin and tonic with one of my friends in the week, just to try and kind of keep that social connection going. I haven't told you that, sorry. But I think somebody suggested actually that maybe the better term would be physical distancing.
Yeah.
So I think it's just important. I mean, words and the way that words can be used to sensationalise things is, rife at the moment, really. You think about, lockdown, shutdown, it's all so sensationalist, the Sun would love it. And social isolation, social distancing, it just, I just think physical distancing is just a much more kind of basic, simple term that does describe it a little bit more accurately, really, because I don't want to cover, cut off all my social contact, because of course so much of my social contact is done online these days. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents.
That's more or less it. I mean, we have no good or bad news, nothing more uplifting than that to share today. And we are thinking of everyone else who's in the same situation, and hopefully you're keeping your spirits up and keeping your loved ones close to you.
Lighting a candle every night. We've had loads of people do the same thing. So just carrying on an idea that Kieran saw, and it would just be lovely to kind of look at our window and see other people lighting candles. I saw a lovely thing today about, for Patrick's Day tomorrow, the kids could draw a shamrock, or you could draw a shamrock and they could colour it in and you stick it in your window. And when people go for their walk, you know, they can go on the shamrock hunt. So we might have to do that tomorrow, Kieran.
And we're
Anyway.
all singing the Fields of Athenry tomorrow at 5 o'clock, I believe. That's what I heard. All the birds going to throw open their windows and sing the Fields of Athenry at 5 o'clock. I really hope it happens.
I learn the words.
Anyway, good night and God bless. Stay strong.